Welcome to the Increda-dental podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Flynn. Our goal is to make a positive impact in the dental field. I have been a dental assistant, a biller, an office manager, a scheduler, a hygienist, and a dental coach, which makes me your biggest fan. My husband was in the military and we traveled all over the United States. I had opportunities to work in many different practices, and I saw incredible practices and practices that had a lot of potential within them. Thank you for joining us. Let's dive into the podcast. Welcome to the Increda-dental podcast. I'm your host, Alicia Flynn. Today we're going to speak about how to boost team morale without costing anything and doing it on an individual basis. So first off, let's start out with a common problem among medical professionals. As a medical professional, we are trained to look for what's wrong. We're trained to spot something that's not correct going on. And this spills over into how we treat staff members, how we treat coworkers, and it affects our relationship. And it makes it often a negative relationship when it should be a positive relationship. So I want to give you an example. We were training a dental assistant, new, fresh out of dental assisting school, and we were giving her corrections. And I could see the light in her eyes kind of dimming. And she said, I just need to know what one thing I'm doing right because I'm feeling really overwhelmed. And I took a step back and realized that we really had overemphasized things that were not going correctly and not spent any time at all on what was going right. And we were not helping her move forward in her journey in a way that she felt confident. And it was actually destroying our relationship, if you will, but also ruining some of her self-esteem. And I think it's very obvious as healthcare professionals to fall into this. And I want to help you to build a better rapport with your coworkers, with your employer and employees by doing this one simple thing. And that is looking for a way to compliment that coworker employee one time a day. And you can do this, but make sure it's sincere. Make sure that it's a true thing that you appreciate about that coworker and that you're grateful for. One way you can do this is you can put some coins or some marbles in your pocket, one for each person, and then move it out of your pocket or place it on your desk or wherever works best for you. But place it out of your pocket when you have a moment to give a sincere, honest compliment. Because when you do this, you're letting them know what they're doing right, and you're letting them know that they are a great asset to your practice. And if you want to go for double bonus points, compliment this person in front of a patient because it tells the patient you have an amazing staff or that you trust your coworkers and that they do amazing, incredible things. Because when we do this, we let everyone know, not just the person that we're complimenting, but the patients that they are at the right place, that we are doing a great job taking care of them. And when we do this, it is such a huge boost to that individual team member, but also it spills over to everyone in the staff. And it can have a great impact. I encourage you to do this once a week, at a minimum once a month. But look for what is right in your practice, what things or items your coworkers, your employees are doing right, and let them know. Sometimes we think when we need to compliment someone, it has to be this huge, amazing feat that they did for the patient or the practice. But it can be very simple. It can be as simple as, that is a great x-ray. You got the apex of the tooth. Thank you. Or I can see a lot of detail in that x-ray. Thank you for taking such a great x-ray. It can be a simple item. It does not have to be complex or an amazing feat, because sometimes we look for something amazing and then we're more disappointed. So please do not do that. Look for small, simple things your employer is doing right, your coworkers are doing right, and compliment them. Let them know you appreciate them and watch your team become better. Thanks for joining me. I'm Alicia Flynn.